So, in class, what we're talking about is using the elimination method in our questions. Okay, and so one of the things when we want to ask ourselves is, how do I want to eliminate things off the bat? And so before we get to cancellation. So what we want to see is having these terms that cancel right away. So I see a y and an x, or these two y's are exact opposite of each other. So what we can do is we can take both of them and cancel them out. So then what I'm going to have is I'm going to add down. Okay, so I have a single x here because we don't really ever mark that 1. So we do 1x, 2x, that gets us 3x. And then we have 11 and 19, so that gets us 30. So then divide by 3, x equals 10. Oh God, not 110, 10. Okay? So then what I need to do is I need to take this and substitute it into one of the equations, and it doesn't matter. So what we talked about in class was if I take both equations, okay, I want to take both equations and put them in there. So just to show you, so 2x times 10 plus y, okay, and then we have 20 plus y, which is 19, and then I have 10 minus y equals 11. So I'm just using both to show. You don't need to do both of them. You just need to choose one. We just need to show which one it goes into. So I'm going to subtract 10. So then I have negative y equals negative 1, or positive 1. So y equals 1. And over here, I subtract 20. Y equals negative 1. So when I put an equation and when I ask for a solution, that is what we're asking for. That's what we want to look for. Okay? So we say, so our answer is literally 10, negative 1. And when we see it, that was on the graph, right? We would see that if there's two lines, that point represents it. Okay? Not saying that those are correlated at all. Okay, so now let's look at this equation. So same thing. We see cancellation easy. We see opposites. We have positive 4x and negative 4x. So I'm going to cancel them out. And then we're going to add up everything else. So the only difference is this time, there's a negative 30. Okay, not a big deal. So we have 8y, 2y. So it gets me 10y. But then 20 and negative 30. It's going to get us negative 10. So then value of y is equal to negative 1. Good. Now I can choose to put it into one of the equations. I'm going to choose the second one because personally I think these are some lower numbers, so I think it's going to be easier. Let's see. So then I have negative 4x plus 2 times y equals negative 30. So I need to substitute in. Okay. So then negative 2 times negative 1. So I get negative 4x minus 2 is equal to negative 30. I'm going to add my 2 across. Add my 2. Negative 4x equals negative 28. And then now I have negative 4 times a number equals negative 28. So negative 4 divided by negative 4. X equals negative 7. That's all there is to it. Okay, you can see that we have same thing. All right, and if we want to, just to show for purpose sake, we take 4x plus 8y equals 20. Then I'm going to substitute the y in again. So I'm going to get 8 times negative 1. And that's a negative 4x, sorry. So then I get